And good
All
morning.
right.
Good morning.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. We're so glad that you're here. I'm Sandra and...
I'm Kyle. I'm not Chris.
No, I'm not Chris today. And we're here to do Embroidery Club for the March Digital Dealer exclusive from Kimberbell.
This is pretty.
Oh my goodness, this is such a good one, isn't it, Kyle?
Yes, I loved it.
I just thought it was really fun. So let's take a look at the block that we're going to do today. So this is from the Digital Dealer exclusive Mystery Quilt. And so this is block number, it's actually number 4. But it's for month 3.
Yes, that gets me a little confused.
It does, it does.
Because we had the ladybug?
Yeah, the ladybug was the new one that you got when you purchased at the first of the year when you purchased. Well, it was in December actually, but that's okay. You had the ladybug in December, and then January you had some flowers.
They look a little bit like these.
They do.
But they're not quite the same.
They coordinate really well. So that's what you had in January. February's was the mushroom and the snail.
That was fun.
It was a great one. And then this one here is another one of the flowers. Aren't they cute?
They are. I love the colors.
Yeah, it's so awesome. This has been such a fun project to do. You know, and I'm not big on mystery quilts.
No, me either.
I am not. I want to know what I'm stitching out before I start it.
Yep.
So there's a couple, this and scrappy quilts.
Oh, you don't like scrappy?
They're a little.
You can't just pretend they're all orange and pick it off.
No. So there's a few things that way that I have a few issues with, but I'm doing okay with this one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, it's Kimberbell. You know it's going to be amazing.
Exactly.
And I did not put that on there yet.
Well, it tells you to do, it can be put on towards the end, and I put it on just so that we could see what it looked like.
It adds so much.
Oh, it does. It's such a cute one.
I like it.
And I do know that there's some people out there that are doing this, and they're just getting the designs.
Oh, they're not doing the background quilting?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're getting the background quilting with it.
Oh.
Because that comes with your designs, no matter what.
That's right.
They're doing their own fabrics, they're doing their own colors.
I have seen some.
And they're not using the embellishment kit. And this was part of the embellishment kit. And some of them are going, well, what am I supposed to use when I do this?
Yeah, if you change your colors.
Yeah. If you change your colors and maybe that green thing doesn't work for you.
You have fun cutting those out then.
Yeah, that or you could use a pull flower.
That's what I was wondering, if it was going to be a pull flower.
Yeah, you could definitely use a pull flower. There's a lot of different things that you could use. So these are it's just kind of a, is it felt?
Yeah,
it is a felt. It's like a foam, it's almost foamy though, isn't it? It's a different kind of a felt that
yeah, it is.
It is, it's kind
I
of.
never even touched mine because I haven't taken it out of the package because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, well, and I understand that. But it's kind of cool though, it's really cute.
I love the color.
But that is part of the embellishment kit. So I know that some people were asking, is there a design that they could put on there? My bet is that you could pull one of the flowers from one of the other projects.
I think a fringe flower would be pretty.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. So any of those kinds of things
Just
that you
gives
could
it
pull.
dimension.
It does, and I think that's the one thing that they're working on throughout this whole thing is lots of different dimensions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really like that. So anyway, there is a couple of important steps that you
Yes.
that you need
Pay attention.
Yes, that you need to do on this particular block. Now, we also did it in the January block, the flower design that was in the January block, and then also again in this block.
You mean if they have a direction, it's for a purpose?
It's most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time, yeah.
I'll try and remember that.
There's a reason. There is a reason behind what they're telling us to do, okay?
Believe them.
And I do know that there's some people out there that's like, oh dear, I forgot to do that. And we won't say.
No.
And you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Trust me, you are not the only one,
I
Kyle.
wanted a border around my bottom.
And that's okay. You could do that.
No.
You definitely could.
Don't do it.
You could add some grass.
I could.
You
I
definitely
could hand stitch.
Well, yeah, or you could.
I would do that rather than stitch it again.
Yes, yes. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You definitely do, or just take it to your machine and do like some doodle applique.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And put some grass on them.
There's ways around what we do.
Oh, you bet there is. There is totally.
It's figure-outable.
Yes, that's Chris's motto, right? Everything is figure-outable. So anyway, the background quilting designs are included in the files that when you purchase, and they're there for all of the.
They're really pretty. I could
are.
use that on all kinds of backgrounds.
All of the blocks. So it's really kind of nice to already have them built in. So it's great. Anyway, you will need to, if you're doing the background quilting designs, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be showing you the background quilting designs
set up,
where we'll show you how to set that up and everything. So it will not fit into a 6x10 hoop.
Yeah.
You will need to have a hoop larger than 6x10. So if I'm using an 8x12, you could use an 8x8. That one would work. But you cannot use a 6x10
and why is
or
that?
a 5x7. Because the files, it's too big.
The embroidery is small.
It is.
So if you weren't going to use the background quilting?
If you weren't going to use the background quilting, then you could.
Okay.
Okay.
But who doesn't want to?
Exactly. That just
it's done when you get
look
done.
at this bee
I
on
know,
there,
it's darling.
Kyle. There, so
Darling.
and then the fly and the flowers. They're just cute.
But if you weren't going to do the background quilting, you were just going to stitch it. Do not put the embellishments on until the end.
Until the very end. That's exactly right. And so anyway, you could use the clear blue tile file instead of the block by block.
Oh, that's a good
Because they do have the two. The difference between the block by block and the clear blue tiles is the placement for the batting. And it gives you that outline of the very outline stitch right here of the block. Now you could
That's on the block by block?
That's correct.
Yeah, because that's the one I did.
Yes. I actually was doing some clear blue tile designs over the weekend. And I went in and I put it in there and I used the block by block and it didn't fit in the hoop.
What? Say that again?
Okay, so I was doing some background quilting.
Okay.
And I used the block by block thinking I could do that. Well, it didn't fit in the hoop that I was using, in the size of hoop I was using. So I went back out and I used the clear blue tile file instead of the block by block, and then it fit.
Because I did notice on my USB, when I put it into the machine, it asked me if I wanted to do block by block or clear blue tiles.
That's correct. When you go in to load the design, you'd have to decide block by block or clear blue tile.
And I didn't know what I wanted, but I just did block by block because that's what I've done.
That's right, and that's what you normally would do, but then you have to remember, if you only have like a 6x10 hoop, if that's the max that you could use, then you've got to either shrink it down ever so slightly or eliminate the block by block by using the clear blue tile.
Genius.
Yeah. I mean,
I did not realize that.
They do have that option there. Sharon's saying not an option. She said when she purchased it, was told it would all fit my hoop. Disappointed that I was misled. You just need, yeah, exactly. Somebody's saying, Heidi's telling her, he says,
get a friend.
Get a friend that has the bigger hoop, or there's ways around it. I have done this before. You can also on your machine shrink it down ever so slightly.
Just your background quilting?
Yes. Yes.
And that won't make any difference on your embroidery?
It will a little bit. It'll take some of this off of the outside edge. But once you start putting this together and have it in your seams, I don't think it would matter.
Yeah. Okay. Just be
aware. I have done that. So just take it in your machine and bring it down ever so slightly, just enough to where it will fit into that hoop.
Oh, I've been there, done that.
Now, as far as a 5x7, that's pretty small. I don't know that your background quilting into the 5x7 would work very well, but I do know that.
But she could use her clear blue tile?
I believe she could use the clear blue tile.
Try it.
it's something that you'll just have to work with to try it a little bit to see if those background quilting designs will work for you. But I'm telling you, I absolutely love Kimberbell's clear blue tiles.
Oh, yeah.
I've used them
I was
quite a
afraid
bit.
of them for a while.
At the very first, but when she very first came out with these, when Kim very first came out with clear blue tiles, I had quite a bit of experience at Tug.
Oh,
doing the
You
clear.
were one of those angels in the night.
I was. I was. That's a whole nother story. So then that way I got to learn how to do it, and so I really enjoy using them.
I'm not afraid of them anymore.
No, I am not either. So anyway, let's show them how we are going to do this. Okay, Kyle? Let's start by looking at our machine here.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do, wake it up there. It's sleeping for here.
Good morning.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our designs in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the USB.
Okay.
So-
and we have it loaded in a USB.
Yes, we do.
Did we have to take it off of our computer to get onto the USB?
I did. Now, when you do this, obviously Kimberbell gives you all of the files for all the formats. So you've got to figure out what format you're going to use on your machine. Okay. And what you need to do is, like this machine, we're using the Baby Lock Altair 2. It uses PES files. So I go into the PES format.
And you just grab that one?
And I just grab just the one that I need and put it onto my USB.
You don't want to fill your USB with all that.
No, I do not. Another reason is don't want to get confused on which one I'm pulling out. So I'm going to go to my computer and do all the work first.
Yes.
And then when I get to my machine, I can just load it in there and I can go. It's just quick and fast.
Okay, so this is my USB button, right?
That's correct. And it's going to bring up your media. Okay, so the first thing, now always remember, the first design you're going to bring up is always going to be the first one that's going to stitch out. So
Background
first, okay?
So I see it's PES and it's the right size. Because it does tell you in the instructions what size you need.
It does. In your instructions, on your instructions right here.
You should see me looking that over all the time.
It tells you for your background quilting designs that you need a 6x8. Because when you purchased this and got all these designs, it gives you all sizes.
Yes.
All the sizes.
You won't be disappointed if you pick a small one.
So you need the 6x8 design, okay? In the spring 7. Okay, so
got it. 6x8.
Correct. So we're going to bring that in.
Pretty.
And then we're going to set it.
I'm going to set that.
Okay, and then we're going to add.
Don't hit embroidery.
You're going to
Not yet.
Not yet. You're going to add, then you're going to go back to your USB, and then you're going to pull up the flower.
And the flower says it's 5x7, not 6x8.
That's correct.
I'm really being basic here.
No, I get. I think it's awesome.
I get confused.
Because if you're doing just the flower itself, you can use a 5x7.
Okay.
Okay? But if you're going to use background quilting, you got to use the bigger one.
Okay.
Okay.
So I added that one. So now I'm going to set the two of them together.
That's correct. Now, okay, so you look at that, Kyle. Now,
looks good.
it does. It
Looks
actually looks okay.
Yeah.
However, on your instructions, okay?
This is where you got to pay attention.
That's right. So, Abby, can we take a look at our instructions here just really quick? Abby's behind the camera today. So, down here on our instructions, it says special alignment. Special
attention.
alignment, right there. It says align the block embroidery file with the bottom of the quilting design.
Oh.
Okay. And
Not
then
the outside line.
No, the bottom. Okay, so let's talk about this.
Okay.
And it says to quilt a 5x7 or smaller hoop. Okay, refer to the quilting block in a 5x7 instructions, and it tells you all where to go. Now we are doing a larger one, so that's okay. Anyway,
But it's the same idea, even if you have a smaller
correct. So special alignment. So it says, again, align the block embroidery file. So that's the flowers.
The flowers, not the background.
Correct. With the bottom of the quilting design. Okay, that's important.
And right now, we have got our border or outline around the flowers. So
Correct.
that's what we will move.
That's correct. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. So you can either use your finger to move it, or okay, and why?
Because I get it all over the place.
Exactly. You can misalign that. So as you use your finger, it's not really straight, so you might get it over to the edge too far.
Can I get it back straight?
You could.
Okay.
Yes, you could.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yes, you definitely can do
Okay,
that.
you start
so
over.
the best way to do it on this machine, and I mean, you've got to know your machine and how you can maneuver your files around, or your designs around. Anyway,
Okay.
we're going to go to edit.
Okay. Before I hit the embroidery.
Correct.
Okay.
And
edit.
then there's a little button there that says move.
Okay. And I'm making sure I only did the flowers.
Correct.
Because I put that in second, that is what's in there.
Yeah, because you can see there's kind of a highlighted line around your flowers.
Okay, so I'm going to move it
Yep. And you're going to move it down.
down.
Now the thing to remember also is that any time a file comes in onto your embroidery, it's going to pop it into the center.
Okay.
So,
And I would think that would be okay, but we want the stems to go all the way down.
correct.
Okay. And I'm going down. Oh, did I go a little bit too far?
that
I
was dang good.
I went on that first inside line.
You're right. You want to make sure that
What's the outside line?
that outside line is your
Seam allowance?
Seam allowance.
Nice.
That's exactly where you're going to stitch. So this is going to be from here where the bottom line is to the other line is 1/4 of an inch.
Okay, and this threw me off too. I'm going to tell you all the things that threw me off.
Okay.
That inside line, that is just the outline of your embroidery, right?
That's correct.
And that I don't have to worry about.
No, you
Okay.
don't have to worry about that because that's telling you the size of your embroidery file.
Okay, but what if I did that? I got it down at the bottom, but now I got it off to the side.
That's correct. Then it's not going to be in the center of your block.
Watch how magical I am. That goes all the way back up because I centered it.
Right.
Now I can go back down to, you're going to hate doing this with me.
No, I think that's perfect
Okay.
because that's exactly what happens to us as we're doing this. And so we need to understand how we can get this back to where it was.
Don't panic.
Right, so that we can readjust it and do what we need to do
You know how I know that?
because you've done it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now what am I going to do?
I'm going to push OK.
That's perfect.
It's where I need it to be.
Right. Now, what if I left it up that high? Again, you could put,
Turn off the machine. Run away.
you could definitely,
You
like
can
we
go
said,
back.
Well,
Can I go back?
But I've already stitched it. No, I'm
Oh, it's
already,
already stitched it? You're gonna do something.
Yeah, you've got it. You can do it by, as we said,
Yep.
put some grass along
Doodle.
the bottom of it. Okay, put some grass along the bottom of it. Whatever you want to do to kind of maneuver that, because
Or you just close your eyes.
right, yeah, because you don't want that flower
No, because that's what you're going to
floating.
see.
It's
That's-
going to be floating.
Yep.
And so once you put it in there, the bottom of your block there, your flower stems are going to be floating, and you don't want that.
I think I have that.
Well, and that's okay. Put grass down.
I will.
Plant
I
some
will.
grass.
I'm going to
Plant
plant
some
grass. It's spring.
Okay. Okay, now what am I going to do?
Now I'm just going to I'm going to get my hoop ready and I'm going to push embroidery because this is when it brings it all together, right?
That's correct.
Okay, we're ready.
Now, I'm going to show you something here again.
Good, I'm going to learn something.
Okay, so you can, on here, I'm going to fix this so this knows.
What did you just hit?
I hit the file to where it's going to take me into my menu.
Oh, okay.
I want to see exactly where my hoop is. Okay?
I'm going to learn something. This is
So
exciting.
I'm going to take this up to, because I'm using an 8x12 hoop. And then I'm going to hit,
Oh,
okay.
and all you did was push this
See my
because it has the frame sizes
frame size.
already programmed in there.
That's correct.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hit okay. Now, do you see another line all the way around there, Kyle?
That's my hoop?
That's your hoop.
Nice.
That's where your hoop is.
I've never used that before.
Oh, I use it all the time.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
So now you can see that this is bringing that in at the center of my hoop. Do you ever piece your stabilizer, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, I do it too.
Yeah.
I do it because, you know, you stop and look at this and where this is going to come out in the middle of my hoop. Let's just take a look at this for a second. Okay, this is going to take a lot. Look at all this stabilizer down here.
I know, it's a lot of waste.
All this stabilizer up here and all the way around. There's quite a bit of waste, okay?
I love this.
But say you're also going to maybe add, now not particularly this one, say that you're going to put another design in on this, in this hoop. You're going to do, say, some felt flowers from another project.
After you finish this?
No, at the same time.
Whoa, what?
Okay, so what I want to do,
I'm excited now.
What I want to do is I want to move this down to the bottom of my hoop so I can put something else up here.
This is genius.
Okay, say I want to put something else up here.
Uh-huh.
But
that I'm going to attach or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so right now it comes in right here.
Yeah.
And that's where you see where I'm at right there.
Yeah, I got this much space.
Uh-huh.
Can you chill? I got this much space up here and down there.
So I want to move that.
So I'm going to hit return?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
You're going to hit layout. Again.
Oh, right there.
Exactly. Now, what do you see? Do you see a move button?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hit that move button.
It makes it so now the whole thing can move.
The whole thing's going to move.
Because they're connected.
Correct. Now move it down.
And how close can I get to the bottom?
You can go pretty dang close. That's off.
I went past.
You're out of the hoop now.
And it won't do it.
No, it will not. It won't stitch it. It will tell you, your machine will tell you to do this too.
Okay, I'm pretty far down to the bottom.
Okay. So
that'll work?
It will. It will. So what this is going to do now is it's going to bring that design
together
down here, and so you're going to stitch it down here. That gives you more room up here to add something else.
Awesome.
Okay. How does that feel? How do you like that?
I like it. Can I call you when I don't remember how to do it?
You sure can. Barbara, a 6, I don't believe, because of the background quilting, that you can use a 6x10 hoop. I believe you have to use a larger hoop. Yes. Okay. Sorry, Abby's talking. Okay.
No.
No.
The bottom of, we're moving it to the bottom of the quilting.
Okay. We're gonna. Sorry. Abby's telling us we've got some questions, and so I need to address those before I do this again. So Kyle, hit your center button again.
Okay.
And now it's going to take it back to the center of the hoop, and we're going to start there. But I'm just trying to give you a few little options there of how you can maneuver your designs in your hoop to make it work for you, okay? I don't believe a 6x10 hoop will work because of the background quilting designs, okay?
So she could do
she could use a clear blue tile file instead.
Remember, that's an option.
And then it would work.
Okay.
Okay. So let's.
And it's the same background?
Same, yes, same. So let's hit OK here.
Okay.
And let's go back over and hit return.
Okay, because now we're just going to undo?
We're going to undo everything we just did. Okay. And again, go to move and go to center.
Center. I just moved just my embroidery.
It moved. Actually, it would have moved everything.
This is how it all started.
This is where we started.
Okay,
That's
we
correct.
brought in the embroidery file, we brought in the background quilting. This is where it would be.
Okay, so as you look at this, there are 2 lines around your background quilting.
Right.
Okay, the first line is your placement lines for your batting.
Because your batting is smaller. Because you don't want your batting in your seam allowance.
Correct. The first one is where you're going to cut your batting, placement line and everything for your batting. That second line is your seam line.
That's where the fabric has to cover.
That's correct. So if you see this, what's happened is that our design, our flower design, has come up in the middle, but you have a space between there at the bottom. And if you don't move it down, then
they're floating.
Your flowers are floating, and they're not going to end up in your seam. And you want this, when it's all said and done, you're going to have a sashing around this outside edge here.
Okay.
You're going to have a sashing around around here, okay?
A 1/4 inch seam.
If you didn't move that down, all of these flowers are going to be about 1/2 inch. Mm-hmm. My guess is about 1/2 inch up here, and so they're going to be floating. Okay, you don't want that. You want your stems to look like they're growing out of the bottom of this, okay, because you're going to have a sashing right here. So this right here is your 1/4 inch seam from the bottom of this to the bottom of here. Mm-hmm. So, sorry Abby, we're back and forth, but this is working great. So as you can see, this line right here, the bottom of your quilting, not your quilting, but your flower design, is up a little bit too high.
Okay.
So you want to move it down. Now, if you move it down too far, you're going to cut it off, because that's also your trim line right there.
Okay.
Okay.
She touched that, so she's just going to center it again.
I'm going to move it. It moves, so I apologize. Okay, so you want this line right here to match up where your seam line is.
Only on the bottom.
Correct.
So you're only doing the center arrows.
Right. So what you want to do is just ever so slightly move that down. Now, hold on. Because I touched it, it brought up the background quilting.
How do you know that?
Because it's darker.
What's darker?
The line
it's not faded
around
out.
it. That's
Okay.
right. The line around the background quilting is a little darker. And your lines around your flower are faded out.
Oh.
Okay, so try it. Move it. Tell me what moves.
The whole thing. The background quilting did.
The background quilting's moving,
I don't want that. I want that
right.
back in the center.
Now, how do I get back onto the flower?
I gotta go edit.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Touch it.
Do that again. Did I do it?
You are on. Now you're okay, so let's just try it. What are you moving?
Just the flowers. That's
Okay.
all I wanted to move.
So touch that right there, and what are we moving?
Oh, you touched the line.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I'm going to center it again, so I'm going
Okay.
to put it right back where it was.
Okay.
Okay, so now they're back in the center.
Phew.
Both of them are centered.
Okay.
Now,
This isn't near as hard as we're making this
No,
look.
it really
but we're
isn't,
trying to
but-
really explain it.
so yeah, I'm trying to explain to you what we're doing here. So now we're going to touch the flower again. And there we go.
I saw it
Did you
change
see?
color.
Did you
Yes,
see that?
That line is darker.
Okay, so now I know what I'm going to move is just my flowers.
Okay.
Okay, move them down.
Okay, and I'm moving them down to that inside line, right?
Correct.
Because I want it just to go to the seam allowance.
And, a little bit at a time is going to move it just ever so
Yes.
slightly. So you want it so that the bottom two lines line up. Not the
good?
very bottom, but the second line up and the bottom
That's where
of
your seam is going to be.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, Deb, there you go. You're learning the machine. So this way you know what you're doing. Okay?
Me too.
And then we're going to hit OK.
Okay.
And again, we're going to hit embroidery.
Now we're ready.
And now we're ready to go.
And we have 18 steps because we have the background quilting and all that plus the embroidery.
That's correct. Now that's the one thing that this machine does. When you add a design on top of it, it adds the steps.
Nice.
Number. I know that there are other machines out there that what they do is the first design they consider it number 1, and so they'll go
All the steps.
Step 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the second design they'll call it 2, and then it'll go 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. Yeah.
Good to know.
And so it depends on your machine. It definitely depends on your machine. So
I ask all the questions. I'm learning.
And it's okay because this is the way we all learn, right? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I've had to learn by trial and error on a lot of my stuff, and so it's always nice to get a few of these little steps like this, so that you can understand what's going on here.
It's not in the club, is it?
No.
This is a Kimberbell design.
No. Yeah, this is all a Kimberbell thing, and so. This is something that you purchase from us, and then it is in your Kimberbell files at kimberbell.com. Okay, so I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
So unless you want to move it down.
No. No.
Not
today.
Let's leave it.
If I wanted to move it down, all I have to do is go to layout.
Correct.
And then move it down.
And the whole design.
Because it's all connected now.
Now it's connected.
I got it.
Yep.
Way to go.
Okay. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
We're going to just use a colored thread so that you can see what all this is. Normally at home, I would have just used a white or,
The first one I'm going to do my background quilting with.
Right.
Okay.
And that, for us, is cream, and that wouldn't have showed, so I'm like, yeah, let's use a color. All right.
Okay, I need to thread my... Just be aware that your machine, your arm will move, so never have anything over there.
That's right.
How do I know that? Okay.
All right. Hit
now
go.
we're on step 1, or
hit.
0, it says.
It says it's green. Say go.
Oh, yeah, just go. I don't have this fancy of a machine.
Yes, you do. Don't kid yourself, girl. You just don't have it set up that way.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
I can teach you how to do that, too.
Okay, we'll have a private lesson.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people will want that lesson, too.
Yeah. So what all this is doing right now is giving us a placement line for our batting.
Now, how big do you cut your batting? I mean, it tells you, I guess.
No, it does not.
Okay.
No, it does not. Okay, so I can tell you that also.
Okay.
What I personally would like to do.
I put a big old piece of batting on there and just make it go to the corner, and then I'm trying to make it so it doesn't get stuck.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, it works. Okay, bring that to me.
Okay. I'm learning all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to put this under there because that kind of will help it. There. How's that? You can see.
Better.
You can see where the placement line is. Okay. What I like to do.
You can watch this later.
What I like to do is I look at the end of my instruction, and it tells me that I need to trim my block to 6.5 by 8.5.
So that's the outside of your fabric.
That's correct. That's what the finished size of this block is going to be. But you can see that my batting is just ever so slightly smaller than that. Okay.
Because it's not going in your seam allowance.
Right. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to cut my batting 1/2 inch larger than the finish.
Oh.
Okay. And
so you're sure you're cleared it all.
So then that way
don't skimp, because that makes it a mess.
It does. If you don't have it just exactly right, it's going to make a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut it about 1/2 inch larger than my finished block, and then that way I know it's going to fit on here.
No matter what, you want to trim it.
You're going to trim it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can.
It doesn't matter if it has the folds.
No, it won't. It'll flatten right out.
Okay.
It'll flatten right out. So I'm going to put that on there like that, Kyle.
Okay.
And I'm going to give this to you, and then you're going to do a tack down line.
Okay. I'm really good at this. Okay, that's pretty close there. Am I okay?
You'll be fine. It's covered, right? You can't see your stitching.
Nope, that's what I look for.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't have to push that one. I got to get fancier.
It's a habit, and so but it's okay.
And I always keep an eye on this.
I do too.
Yeah.
I normally, a lot of times I would tape.
Yeah.
But this pretty much stays in place, so I'm good to go. But I do like to keep an eye on it.
Yep.
Make sure it doesn't buckle. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're worried, put some tape on it.
Yep. Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
And keep your fingers away.
Well, just make sure. But you can see
And it goes around twice.
It does.
Why is that?
For security,
Okay.
because we're going to trim it, and
Oh.
if you trim it really close,
Sometimes you'll hit one of
Yeah.
the seams.
sometimes you hit a stitch or two, and so that's it.
Do I have to start all over if I hit a seam? If I
No.
cut a seam? No?
No,
Okay, thank you.
no.
All right.
Somebody said that they've seen glasses of water flying off of their.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good.
yeah. You do. I just don't put that kind of stuff on my
No.
on
no,
my
don't do
embroidery
it.
arm.
And make sure your machine is far enough away from your wall. Been there, done that.
I've done that too.
Because your embroidery machine, your hoop will go.
But you can see, and I didn't lay it out there really straight, did I?
No,
Is
no,
that going to
but-
matter?
No.
Okay, good.
Hey, I got some of those scissors for left-handers.
How do you like them?
Oh my gosh, it's life-saving.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
I love these scissors.
Really nice.
These are actually,
These are Kimberbell, right?
yes, they are. Yeah, these are like my favorites now.
Uh-huh. Because you're not getting your hand right in it.
Yeah,
Good.
and they're, yes. And
Okay.
they are, they get really close.
We have these in stock, right? The Kimberbell?
We should. They
And
should
do we
be.
still do the coupon codes for them?
We
for
do-
Embroidery Club?
Speaking of that, thank
Okay.
you so much, Kyle, for reminding me. Yes, we have a coupon code for today. Because why? It's Embroidery Club.
Yeah.
And we always give a 15% discount on everything embroidery on Embroidery Club Day.
Okay.
So our coupon code for today is Embroidery Club 15.
Ha.
So
Okay, and
that's
we can only use it today
just today.
until midnight?
Correct.
Who stays up till midnight?
Hit go.
Go. Go. Stop talking, Kyle.
Nope, you're good. I do.
I do not. Do not.
Yeah, it's usually midnight.
Oh, God, no.
So what this is doing now is a placement line for our fabric.
That means the fabric has to at least cover that.
That's correct.
Don't skimp too much, because then you just cause yourself troubles. Just a little bit over. And how big, it tells you how big to cut your fabric.
That's correct. Your background fabric is going to be 8.5 by 10.5. But wait, my finished project is 6.5 by 8.5. Why am I cutting it so big?
Because we got to trim it down.
Yeah, we will.
Because we want everything to fit on there
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Okay.
Do you want that out?
I do. And also, you're going to put fusible backing on your background quilting, on your
that
background
makes a
fabric.
big
Fusible
difference.
backing on this. So make sure you do that. And again, I do my fusible backing the same size as I cut my batting.
Oh, before you
half
cut it
an
down.
inch.
Before you cut it down.
That's correct. A half an inch larger than my finished block.
Okay. Oh, good to know. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't have to go all the way out
Because
to the
you're
edge.
going to trim all of this other stuff off.
Okay.
And so you don't need it all the way around the whole
You
thing.
could if you wanted.
Oh, you bet.
But-
you bet. But
We're all trying to save a little bit of money.
yeah, this is not an inexpensive hobby.
No, but it sure is fun.
It is fun. And so when I put this on here, I'm going to try to make it center that on there as best I can to make sure that my fusible backing,
Will be in the design.
that's correct, will be
Okay.
all over that part right there. And this I'm going to tape
Okay.
just right there and right here.
I used to try and really skimp on the tape. Don't bother. No.
All
Causes you
right,
heartache.
so now what's going to happen?
Now I'm going to put it back in, and it's going to do my outside placement line.
Right, but what I want you to do is change your thread.
Oh, yeah, for the background quilting. We're
Yeah.
not going to quilt it in green?
No, I don't want it quilted in green. Not
Okay.
this one.
All right. What color are you going to quilt it in?
I'm going to do the cream color.
Cream. Oh, there it is. I forgot I had it over here. Now, I could do this in any color I wanted.
You definitely
I could do it in the green if I wanted.
Oh, you bet you could.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a cute, really cute design.
Yeah.
The background quilting on this is really cute. But I think that green is a little bold, and it might take away from the design itself.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But I would consider a different color.
Okay, I just threaded my needle. Don't try and put your hoop on while it's moving.
Okay.
Good advice?
Good advice. Perfect advice. Go.
Okay, go. Just go.
And now this is going to do a tack down line for our background quilting, for our background fabric, I should say.
Okay.
Thank you, Elisa. She's right. That coupon code is only good on our website, not on our app, because the app is comment sold.
Different.
And they're
Okay.
2 different formats.
Good. But it will work in store.
Yes. Yeah.
On the back of a denim jacket, I thought the same thing.
Oh, I did too.
Or up your pant leg at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
With those bell bottoms now that are coming in. I'm so excited.
Okay, just hit go, Kyle.
I'm just going to do my background quilting.
You are. See, it says that right there.
Okay.
Oh, a pillow. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Listen, Heidi, you got all these awesome ideas.
Tea towel, yep.
I totally agree. There's so much, I think, that you could use this design for.
You could even stitch it out and frame it.
You sure could.
Yeah.
How about one of those hoops, like a round hoop?
Yes.
And then put it on your Kimberbell hoop holder thing.
That's
that
a great
they have.
idea.
Kimberbell has that
Yes.
oval hoop holder,
Oh, nice.
and that would be really cute.
That's a good idea.
I think that would be really cute in that one.
I
Oh,
love to watch this stitch out.
I know.
Trying to guess where it's going next.
I know, because it's like, and you can never second guess it.
No, no.
Never second guess
On the
where
long
they're-
arms, some of the designs are really intricate. You can't figure out where it's going next.
Right. That's exactly right. Let's see. Yeah, I think on a tea towel, what a fun little present
Mother's
that
Day
would
gift.
be. Oh,
Mother's Day
yes.
or Easter. Yeah.
Yes.
I would like that.
Me too.
I guess I'll have to stitch it
I was gonna say,
myself.
nobody else is gonna stitch it for me.
I'll
that's
stitch
for
yours,
sure.
you stitch mine.
Okay, good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Can't say
I
I
don't know
never
if you
gave
do.
you anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that takes a few minutes,
It does. It just takes a minute or two.
but it's so satisfying.
It is. It's fun to watch it. It's fun to watch it. So, yeah, I think it would be a great gift for
Oh, yeah.
a neighbor or if somebody was just feeling down.
Okay, I got a question then. If I was going to do a tea towel,
Okay.
I wouldn't do the background quilting,
No, I would not.
and I wouldn't use any batting,
I would not.
but I would put the stabilizer behind my fabric.
No, because you're not going to use a background fabric.
No, but the flowers.
Oh, the flowers, I probably would on a tea
Okay.
towel. Now, on this one, you do not.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, on this, you do not. You don't put fusible
don't
backing
need to.
on these. No, you do not. So, no, I probably would not.
No. Okay. Okay. And it'll wash up real nice.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it would.
Okay.
I think it would, like I said, I think it would make a great gift or whatever. So,
Okay.
I mean, just these flowers alone, say you wanted to, you could make it into a mini quilt and you could use this
the
one and
blossoms?
the January one and put
Oh,
them
yeah.
together.
You got a whole field of flowers.
And you know, you could make a mini quilt out of them,
That's a good
or
idea.
a table runner
Ooh, yeah.
out of them would be really cute.
Or just a long picture.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty.
it would be. There's so many fun ways that you can use these designs. So don't limit yourself.
No. No.
Definitely don't limit yourself to not think to use these designs on another project for sure.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Yeah, I'm thinking in my brain, ooh, what can I put it on?
Okay, Kyle, I'm thinking here. For your Stitch Your Story last month,
Yeah, oh yeah.
for your freedom block, you had a tree. You had a tree, and then you put some grass on there, and your leaves
I
are
could have put
falling.
flowers on it.
You could put one of these designs on there too, couldn't you?
I could still do it.
You bet you could.
Because I can move my design all over where I ever need. Don't be watching for that. That's a good idea, though.
And you're right, Sherry. She says some people added bees and butterflies to these.
I've seen some.
Some of those that these people put out there, I'm just like, oh my gosh, how ingenious. It's great.
I know. I know.
They had their snails crawling on grass.
They're so cute.
They had their mushrooms sitting in the grass.
We have to obey the law and do
Yes,
it the way it is.
we do. We do. But I'll tell you what, I would definitely use some of these.
It's amazing what they come up with.
You guys are so creative. It's so fun to watch. And another thing I'll tell you about myself here. I'm going to tell you. I am not the person that has to be the very first one to stitch this out.
No, me either.
You know, and you know
I don't
why?
have to go to the restaurant the minute it opens.
No.
Or the movie.
No. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because I want to see everybody else's
mistakes.
Issues. No, what they've done.
Okay.
Some of their creativity that they've added to these designs. I want to see.
Jump off from that.
I want to see what they've done, and I'm like, oh, I like the way that looks. I think I'll try that.
Yes. Or different colors.
Yes, or different colors. All of this fun stuff. So, you won't see mine being the first one stitched out.
Mine either.
No,
mine is for other reasons.
And I was that way as a child.
Oh, really?
Okay, I have 2 brothers and a sister. I have a sister and a brother, and then a brother younger than me. So I'm number 3. Okay. I was always the one that watched them.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Learning from them.
I saw what that did to my mom and dad.
No?
That's not happening. I'm not going to be the one.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I definitely was that person.
You're pretty smart.
Well, I don't know about that.
You're wicked smart.
That's what my Canadian grandchildren would say. Oh, Nana, that's wicked.
We started at 9.
Yeah. Yep, Embroidery Club starts at 9. Guess what this Sunday gets to be?
Oh, we turn the clocks.
Yes, we do.
I heard something about that.
We change our clocks.
I was talking to a friend down in Arizona, and they don't change theirs.
Nope, they don't. So now we're going to be back on the same time they are.
I think we are now, aren't we?
I don't remember.
Can't keep track of it.
I can't keep track of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a brother that lives in Paducah.
Oh.
In Kentucky.
Did he go and visit Chris and all those guys?
No, they did not.
You mean he doesn't embroidery and
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
No, he does not. Anyway, I actually called him last night, and I had to keep thinking, okay, what time is it there, so that I don't call him too late.
You know what I do? I can't wrap my head around Hawaii. I've got a sister that lives in Hawaii. I can't keep track of that time. I don't need to most of the time. Okay, it's done.
Okay.
So this is the thing I don't know.
Okay.
Do I need to do this step where I've already placed it all?
Okay. Now, on your instructions, it tells you you do not.
Okay.
So if you are down here at the bottom on your instructions again, in yellow, and this is
you
highlighted.
did not highlight that. Kimberbell did.
Kimberbell did. It says, if doing block by block quilting, skip to machine step 3. Now, because we've done background quilting, our steps are off.
Doesn't line up.
Our steps are off.
Okay.
Okay. So if we look at our instructions here,
Okay.
our step number 3 is the flower 1 placement lines.
Is that numbered 3? It is.
It is step number 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How's that? Right there. Step number 3 here says to stitch our flower 1 placement. Right down here, it says if we did block by block quilting to skip to step number 3.
Okay.
Okay, because...
So if you did the back, the clear blue tiles, you've got to do that.
Correct. You just got to go to the step where it starts doing the flower design. Okay. Whatever step that is on your machine. So if you're not doing background quilting, then step number 1 would be telling you to place your, that gives you a background and a tick mark at the bottom that tells you how to line up your fabric. And this tells you on here how to line up your fabric if you're not doing background quilting designs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you're going to bring your design into the middle, and then you need to put your background quilting, not your background, but your background fabric down.
Oh, so this lines up with your flowers.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So this tells you how to do that.
Okay.
Because we did background quilting,
We don't do that.
we don't do those 2 steps.
Okay.
If you will need to do that. So if you're not doing background quilting design, you'll need to do those first 2 steps.
Okay.
Okay. So it says to skip to step number 3, which is our flower placement line, which is not really step number 3 on our machine.
It doesn't show that.
Right. So how do we do that?
I'm going to go to my plus and add.
Correct.
Okay, down here.
That needle right there tells you. And
Okay.
then what I'm going to do.
And I always have to look. I'm on step 6, it says, but I know I don't want to go to 6, so I'm going to go backwards.
No, you're not.
I'm going to go forward.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
going to skip this one. And this always confuses me.
It does.
Which way is forward?
Down.
See, I always think opposite. That's why I get confused. And
That's your plate. Now look at what you're stitching.
yeah, why do I need to do that
That's
now?
your tack down line for your background fabric.
So it doesn't pucker or gather in?
Right, that's
when you
it.
do all the stitching.
That's correct.
Can I skip that one?
You sure can.
But are we?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. So I'm going to go down again, the arrow down, but I'm going up. Now I'm on step 8.
That's right.
And does that tell you that in there?
Step here, which is
still 3?
which is step number 3, is the flower 1 placement line. Is that what that looks like?
That is what that is.
Okay.
Because I'm not putting anything to that. I'm just saying this is where my fabric will go.
That's right.
I need to cover these stitches.
That's correct.
Okay, and I'm still going to do it in the cream?
Yep, we are. Because
Okay.
it says in a color that's not going to be visible, so it's not going to matter.
Okay, okay.
So we're going to stay with the cream. Now, because it is the cream and it matches your background quilting, you're not going to see it really well.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to have you do after this is done, we're going to put yellow in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is going to do a couple of placement lines. So I probably would use a color that you can see, I would normally put a yellow in. It doesn't matter because you're not going to see this, but you need to be able to see it.
So I always change my thread to whatever I'm going to tack it down with.
Correct.
That's what
yes.
That's my professional opinion.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to change my thread.
And hand me that hoop.
Okay. And I always take it out with 2 hands, right?
Oh, for sure.
I don't want it coming out.
I know at this point in the game, you guys are not going to be able to see this because it's even still a little
Stitched.
hard for me because it's stitched it the same. And so I do have a thread right there. I'm going to clip that off there. I can see where I'm at, but what you want to do is make sure that this piece of fabric here, your yellow fabric for your flower, is covering that placement line for that flower. So I'm going to put that right there. You do not need to have fusible backing on this piece.
Do not.
You do not need it, no.
Because it's small?
It's small enough that it's not, and it's going to be stitched on so much, and it also is not going to have anything show through.
Oh, okay. You don't have a black background or something.
If you were to have a different background here, or this was a really light color that something would show through, then I would use it. But it's not necessary on this piece. Okay? So this is going to do
Outline?
an outline, yeah. And this is just applique. This is what they call
Oh, okay.
machine applique.
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to do our 2 little flowers. I think I'm safe.
And it goes, yep, and it goes around twice. Again, just like it did with your batting, because we're
That's-
trimming.
That's correct.
And don't get too anxious, because it's going to do a second flower.
It is.
Have you ever not put it in the right spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, I have. I'm going to admit it. I'm going to throw it out there. Yes, I have.
Yeah. And so if you can get it off, take it off and then restitch it, go back to the new step.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, but on that step, I probably would have highly recommend that you use a color that you can see different than that
Yep.
cream color.
I wouldn't
I was
use
able to
black.
see it. No. I was able to see it fairly well.
Okay. So now we're going to trim it.
Oh, Kathy, thank you. You're right. It does say to use fusible
Oh.
backing on this piece. I didn't use it, and mine turned out just fine.
Yeah, mine did
It
too.
turned out fine, but I apologize, but that was my error.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just the background quilting. I mean, just the background fabric, not this applique fabric.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Thank you for bringing that, telling me that, Kathy. I appreciate that. And now what I'm going to do is just trim around this.
How close are you getting? Pretty close?
I'm fairly close, but I don't. It gives you a
That's why
really.
these scissors come in handy.
Yes, this one here is a great satin stitch around it, so it doesn't
Wide.
have to be. It's wide. It's good, and so it doesn't have to be really close.
Mm-hmm. I love that satin stitch.
But you don't want it. You don't want to get too far away
No, you're trying not to see the fabric
because
outside your stitching.
you don't want to see that fabric.
And always do this on a flat surface.
Yes,
Don't try and do it on your lap or in the hoop, in the machine.
not in the machine. Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
Why do I know that?
Yeah, I did not use fusible backing on mine, so, and I think it turned out fine.
Yeah. Hope it turns out fine now.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why it won't.
Yeah. If you put it on, that's great.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would always obey the law. Always.
So you're a rule follower? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying, Kaya?
Absolutely. At least on this, mostly.
I'm sorry, I get my hands in the way.
And it's a good idea to just read through all the instructions at the beginning.
I totally missed that one. I think I'm okay though.
Yeah, I think so.
My other one turned out fine. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm just gonna, it shows me that I'm on step 10 and I'm gonna do my satin stitch.
That's correct.
Okay,
Which is actually step number 5.
okay.
So now it's going to do a satin line. Now, Kyle, do you see that right there?
Yes, it says it's gonna take 7 minutes.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
It says that satin stitch is a pretty hefty.
Yeah.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
good one.
I was stitching mine out, and I've got to get my machine in to be serviced, and my bobbin was coming up. And so I'm like, ugh. So I got to bring it in, get it serviced.
Sounds like your tension's off a little
Yeah,
bit
something's
somewhere.
off. That's pretty.
And Jacqueline, that's probably not a bad habit. That's not a bad
Yes.
thing. She says she always uses fusible backing. She feels like the stitches look better.
Yes.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that at
Nope.
all.
It's a good
At
idea.
all. And mine is depending on how large the applique is.
Right, right. Because some of them you don't need to.
Yeah.
But
Some of them
whatever
are.
makes you comfortable, because you don't want to get to the end and on, oh shoot, it puckered.
Yeah, you totally don't want
No.
that. Because the fusible backing does help with that puckering, that pulling of the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It stabilizes it a little bit more. Oh wait, that's why it's called stabilizer. Sorry.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're like a genius.
No, that's you.
Oh, okay. I find it funny that it has to go back and forth. That's just centering everything, making
Yeah.
sure it's all lined up.
That's right. Oh, Sherry says that her machine's going to the doctor today too. It's
Yeah.
having a spa day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good idea. I won't tell you what he did to me, our repair guy. I did not make sure everything was all clean before I brought it in.
oh,
Yeah. And I always tell him, I don't want to hear how dirty it is. He put a spider in a picture and sent it to me. Said, look what I found in there. Yeah, it wasn't really.
oh! It didn't really. It was just a lot of dust.
Yes, but he had a spider and he put in the picture. Telling me that it was in my machine.
We got a great guy here
Oh, yeah.
that does our service. Wayne is amazing.
He is.
That's awesome that
Yes.
he did that, though.
One time I had my long arm cleaned by Mike. He told me he found a rat in it.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't want to hear how dirty my machines are. I know they are. I'm bringing it in.
that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
That's what I pay you for,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know it's dirty.
That's what I pay you for.
But you should keep a little bit cleaned up
Yeah, you really should.
in the bobbin case.
Yeah, I try to, whenever I start a new project, I try to clean out my bobbin.
It's a good idea.
And that, so.
You know what I really love is those little things that look like Q-tips.
Yes.
But they're not Q-tips.
No.
I love those.
They're a plastic, and then they have like a little foam thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that works really good is, oh my gosh, it totally went out of my brain until you said something, Kyle.
Sorry.
I think
we've
have
got one in here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Somewhere. Okay. Top drawer. Okay. Still stitching. That's pretty. It's not pretty when your tension's off, though.
No, it's not.
No.
I
Hey,
totally.
I got a question,
I'm not seeing them.
and I've done it before.
But I know we have some around here somewhere.
If my stitching doesn't look good, can I go back over it again?
Yes, you can.
Oh, can I?
You sure can.
Oh, phew, because I do.
Yeah, I do it a lot of times too. If the stitching isn't quite right, you definitely can do that. Go back over it
If
again.
your thread breaks, what do you do to start up again?
I back it up about 10 to 20 stitches.
That far,
I do.
and you won't be able to tell.
No.
But don't just start in the place where you stop.
No, because then you're going to have a space.
You're gonna miss.
Normally, you're going to have a little bit of a space.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Somebody must have used it.
Yeah.
They're handy.
Yeah, they are. They're great.
You don't want to be poking stuff back down in further.
No,
This
yeah.
is just gentle and it pulls it right out.
And if you have a little bit of a rat's nest,
Yeah.
is that what I want to call it? A
Uh-huh,
little bit of a rat's nest. I will take my tweezers sometimes and
Yes.
grab it and pull them out.
Do you use the canned air and squirt it?
No.
No. Don't.
They tell you not to do
Don't.
that. Because what that'll do is it pushes it further into your machine.
And then you cannot get it out. It has to be taken apart.
Then you really have to take it to the doctor, to the spa day.
Yeah, yeah. And then you're a couple days without your machine.
Yeah. Yeah, anything that has like a little brush tip on it works really great.
Yes. Don't just shove it in
Well,
there, though. Be
guess
gentle.
what? Your machine comes with a little handy brush,
Yes, it
too.
does. It does.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
there for a reason.
Definitely use them, that's for sure. Well, Kyle, this is just gonna
We're going to do the same thing over and over to finish it up.
Yeah, we are. We really are. There's not a lot here.
Now, jump stitches.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of jump stitches on this one.
We do.
Do I have to cut them all?
Well, the ones that show.
Okay, fine. It just cleans it up.
It does. Let's take a look at this one.
Okay.
There's not a lot. Every now and again, you're going to find
Oh,
one.
I see one on the green over there.
Okay.
You
Oh,
barely
yes.
see it.
Yeah,
You barely see it.
Good eye.
Yeah.
Good eye there, girl.
I had glasses on.
You know what works really well? You know the thing that I like the best?
What? I
Are
love hearing your tips.
the Kimberbell tweezers.
Yes.
These tweezers are awesome because
Okay.
they have a little, like a beveled edge right there that will actually cut it. So basically you just take that and go up underneath that jump stitch and then it pops like that.
Yes. And then you could
And
hold
then
on to that.
you take your snips or whatever, if I can see it,
I know.
and clip it.
Nice. That was awesome.
Yeah, there's another one right there. I'm
Oh.
glad you said that.
Oh. Because you
Good eye there,
are
Kyle.
very, very particular.
That's a good eye. Well, I am kind of OCD in some ways.
It just cleans it up.
It does.
And if you can't see them, don't bother.
Yeah, exactly. If your eyes are not as good as mine, I don't have my glasses with me today either, so. But yeah, there's a couple on these little green vines right there.
Uh-huh.
I noticed there's a few on the detail stitching on this flower.
Oh, yeah, there's one.
I see one right there. But what about the backside, Kyle?
No,
You're right. Why?
because you're not going to see it.
Exactly.
It's behind.
And you're going to put a back on it. I think we're done
We're done.
with that
Okay.
step. Okay. Now it's going to do, no, actually
Oh,
leave it in there.
Okay. Now what are we going to do?
You're going to change your thread.
And it tells me to do this.
It does. To
Okay.
cream.
The same as I did the background?
Correct. And this is just going to give your flower a little bit of detail.
Okay. I love all the details.
Oh, Elisa says it looks like I'm a surgeon.
know-
I should be used to that. I worked in the dental field for over 40 years, and trimming sutures was my thing.
I took my own stitches out once. That was awful. Ugh. I'm a baby.
You took them out of yourself. You
Yeah.
didn't have somebody else do it for you.
No, because I went back east and went, oh, these got to come out. And I did it.
How'd that go for you?
Great. No, don't do that. That's dumb. But I wasn't canceling my trip.
I understand that one
No.
too. Yeah. Mary, welcome. She says, good morning. We're working on the Kimberbell Digital Dealer exclusive Mystery Quilt block for March.
And it's darling.
It is. It is really, really cute. It's very
Now,
cute.
on the... Okay. I looked at this when it was stitching and went, that's off, but it's just showing little details on the petals.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, don't freak out. Okay.
Bonnie says, Kyle, you are fabulous. I love Kyle. Kyle, I love it when she comes to help me with Embroidery Club. It's always fun.
Because I got all these questions.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, if I have them, somebody else might.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Yeah, it's like they said earlier, Kyle, you ask all the questions I ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Which is right.
Yeah, I'm the learner. In this situation, I am the learner. So if I have a question, she's the person to ask.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Sandra is the best.
Well, thanks, Kyle.
I always learn something new.
Well, and that's the purpose for this. That is really the purpose of us doing this demonstration, is to help you through those little tough times, because every now and again there's some instructions that you're like,
That doesn't make sense.
what?
Yeah.
What are they trying to tell me to do?
And you've already stitched it out.
Yes.
I've stitched it out. So
Yeah.
we know some of the questions to ask.
Yeah.
I have 9 on my machine, right?
Good.
now.
Oh, she's stitching along with
Oh,
us.
good job.
On our little demo that's only supposed to be a demo, and she's stitching. Good. I'm glad.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
The hardest part, not even hard, the part that you need to realize very first is getting it lined up.
Correct.
All the rest is, I just push buttons.
Right. The rest of it, all you're doing is some applique, the routine thing that we've done.
It's the same thing you do a lot.
And Mary, yes, we did move the design down, so we did a pretty extensive demonstration on that. So
Go
if you
back
have
and
any
watch.
questions, you'd have to wait till we're done here, and then you could go back and watch it. And it will be available on our Facebook group, at friends of my girlfriend's quilt shop. No, my girlfriend's quilt shop. Not friends, just my girlfriend's quilt shop, or our YouTube channel.
Ooh, yeah.
You can find it out there also.
And you know what? I've seen some of our videos on TikTok.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. No.
Are we famous?
We are famous.
Oh, yay.
And I follow Abby on her crocheting because I'm learning how to crochet.
Oh, Abby does amazing. I made a little note in there, and she never responded to me.
She didn't. Oh.
I know.
Can I tell you, since
I said, teach me how to do that.
yeah, I got to get brave. William likes to hear my cow stories. Do you know how many calves we have now? We probably have like 7.
Baby calves?
Yes.
Newborns.
How
And
old? They're like a week.
Oh.
Some of them are only a couple days. But somebody
I wanna
else's
come
bull
see.
got in with ours because we weren't supposed to start until the 10th.
Oh, dear.
So we have special names for those cows.
Oh. I don't want to know.
Okay. Lulu's question?
Okay, Elizabeth. Her name's Elizabeth.
Oh, cute.
Lulu is her puppy. I learned that.
Oh, cute.
I didn't know that.
Lulu.
She's asking if we reverse the block. Are you saying reverse it or like a mirror image of it to reverse it that way? Is it gonna? I don't believe so.
No, because it's centered.
Personally, yeah, as long as it stays in the center of your block, I don't think it's going to matter. I personally don't know because I've not seen it. But Chris has seen it, and from what I understand, it should not make a difference. So I hope that's what you're asking, if you reverse it or the mirror image of it. I've seen people do that. They do one this direction, and then they do the
that's a
mirror
good idea.
image. So that puts, like your flower would be on the other side type, you know what that means.
You know what I want to do? I just thought of? I want to take those snails and do a whole snail trail to have a bunch lined up.
Oh,
Make
that
one
would
bigger
be-
and then the little babies. Crocheting. So,
Yeah,
so what's it called? Is it Crocheting with Abby? Just, oh. Okay, it's on our did you say YouTube channel? It's,
on our reels.
yeah, you can look it up. If you go to Facebook, on our Facebook page, can you get into the crocheting videos? Okay, she's looking it up. Those cows are named T-Bone, Sirloin Porterhouse. Yes, yes.
Those are awesome names, William. That's great.
You know what? I have to tell you, farm story, since this is stitching.
Okay.
We have chickens.
Oh, we have chickens too.
We have chickens, And I don't know how many we have. My husband does that because they stink bad. And
My daughter has chickens.
we now are getting a dozen eggs a day.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Are you selling them?
no, but we'll give them away. Except I have to sneak it behind my daughter. Because
Oh.
she tells me, don't give those away. Those are expensive. I said, okay. And then I'll do whatever
And
I
what
want.
are you going to do with a dozen a
I
day?
know, we've got like 8 dozen in our refrigerator right now. I should have brought some today. I'll bring some. I'll bring some more. They're good.
Okay, there you go. Abby put one up in the comments there.
Oh, good. Good
a
job.
a link on how to get to.
Because she starts with the basics.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
You need to.
Yeah, I had no idea why single crochet was called a single crochet and a double crochet, and I just can't stop watching all the videos now.
I'm gonna have to look it up because those cute little
Oh, the little
animals that she's crocheting are absolutely adorable. That's okay. We got plenty of time.
Where is it?
Right over here. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I can't
grab
see it
it.
behind we're gonna show you. How cute. Now I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, he's darling. Abby's blushing.
Yeah, too
we
bad
could
you
call
guys.
you to come on camera.
Too bad you can't see her.
He's darling. Oh, cute little fox. Oh, I want to do that.
So you crochet this and then tie it in a knot, Abby,
On the feet.
on their legs.
Oh, cute. Cute. We're gonna have to have a lesson here at the shop.
Look at this cute little crochet guy. Sell them loose, 3 for $5. People out in my area are selling their eggs for $4 a dozen.
Really?
It's cheaper than the store, I guess.
Yeah, it is. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. And you know what? Are they cage free? Sorry.
Yes, we have a run for them. Yeah, we let them out in the yard, but they poop everywhere.
Oh, they do.
And they eat your flowers.
My neighbors have some. Every now and again, I'll get eggs from them. Not
Nice.
too often, but every now and again, they'll bring me. When I give them a loaf of bread.
Oh, good idea. Good exchange.
Yeah.
Your bread is delicious.
Okay, now what's it going to do for us?
Now it's going to do the stems.
That's right. So we need to change our color to
Okay. Is this the dark green?
the dark green. Okay, and we are using the Glide thread kit for this project, and this color is called dark. What's it called, Kyle? Real quick.
Let's see.
It's just
Oh,
there
it's
on,
on
the
the
end.
top. Oh man, that's little. I can't tell. It just has numbers.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
tells ya.
does.
It does not.
Olive?
Aloe.
Oh, aloe. I couldn't really see it. That
Aloe. Are you threaded?
No. Okay.
Thread your needle there, girlfriend.
Okay, you want me to pull it?
No, you're fine.
Oh, also, we need to explain to them how I take my thread off, because I'm not running it backwards, I promise.
No, you're not. It's okay. Okay, start. The next time
Okay,
you do
go.
it, you're gonna show. We're gonna show
Okay.
you.
Because some people might be having a little heart palpitations. Good idea. I could get a radiance if I sold my eggs.
You probably could.
Probably could.
Yeah, you probably could.
Or I'd buy some more long arm
Why?
patterns. Yes, we do have they're called Easter egg chickens. They come out green.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're cool.
So tell me, Kyle,
Oh.
why are eggs so expensive?
Because they've had the bird flu, supposedly,
Oh, okay.
you know. And around here, we had that big, wasn't there a fire at one of the chicken places? Yeah. And people want eggs. So I don't really know. But
Yeah, that's why. That's
I
why.
was gonna, get rid of my chickens because they weren't producing in the winter. So my husband now has a mixture that he uses for it.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you can feed your chickens
Yeah.
so that
so they're healthier now.
so in the winter time that they'll produce eggs.
Yeah.
That's for
We have a
sure.
light. We have a heater. We have blah 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 blah.
Oh, how awesome.
Hey, it looks like it skipped. It didn't.
It did not. And besides that, it's going to get covered up.
Yeah.
It kind of did skip, but it gets covered up.
It made me nervous when I first stitched it out. I was like, oh my gosh.
What's wrong with your machine?
Yeah. That's what I always go to first.
Yeah, that's the thing I look at too. It's like, uh-oh, what did I do wrong?
Always.
But you didn't, because, and the reason when they digitize that like that is because there's a lot of stitching in some of these areas. And so that's going to be underneath some of the applique. And in order for it to look nice and smooth or not have so much bulk in your stitching itself, they skip over those areas.
I appreciate that.
Oh yes, me and you both, I'll tell you that. That puts a lot of stress on your machine. Your design doesn't come out looking so bulky.
Yes, yes.
And
you
so,
could break a needle.
Yes, there's a lot of reasons for that skipping of those stitches to eliminate that. So yeah, I'm glad they do it. I am totally glad that they do it that way. Well, you guys, there's not a lot left on this other than stitching and applique. And we've already discussed a lot of that. So I think you guys really don't need to sit here and...
Okay, here's my question.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions out there that you guys need from us that we can help you with?
If you want us to stitch that particular thing out, we could. We could skip ahead, because Sandra knows how.
Yeah, we definitely could do that.
On my thing, when they tell me to trim it, where is my trim line?
Okay, when it's all said and done, there is let's get a clear blue orange pop ruler. They're right over here.
Okay.
In this drawer.
If you don't have clear blue
orange pop rulers.
Orange pop rulers, there's a reason why they made them, and this will show perfectly with that flower on there. Why we use them.
Let's find the right.
Well, there's many reasons.
6.5 by.
You don't have the right one?
No, I do. It's just there's a bunch of them in here. I just gotta find it. I gotta dig deeper.
We keep them close by.
Oh, there's multiple here.
Can I cut it without a clear blue tile?
Without a orange pop ruler?
Orange pop ruler.
You can.
Okay, but this just is so slick.
This just makes it so much easier. Let's see. And I also like to use a rotating mat.
Ah, good idea.
Whenever I use my orange pop rulers.
I had a rotating mat that wasn't as nice as that one, and it warped all over.
Oh yeah, they will. If you leave them out in the sun or they get warm someplace.
Protect your stuff.
They will definitely warp. Okay, so.
Does it tell me the size I need to make it to?
It does. Like I said at the first, it tells you to cut your finished block at 6.5 by 8.5. So I'm gonna let this finish stitching out. Well, no, I'm not. Stop my machine there for a minute.
Stop.
Okay, cut the thread.
Cut it?
And I'm just gonna kind of show you on this. I'm not gonna take it out of the hoop.
Okay.
By no means. I'm not gonna do that because we gotta finish this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get this far.
So let's pretend it's all done.
Okay.
Okay. Let's pretend that it's all the way stitched out. Everything is done. Okay. I can take my ruler and my rotary cutter.
And you would have it out of the hoop?
Out of the hoop, yes. I would have it out of the hoop, and I could take it and I could actually cut right on this line right here.
Oh.
That's the one thing about Kimberbell that they do such an amazing job at, okay, is that they give you this cut line, this tack down line for your background fabric is exactly the size that you're going to use to cut your block.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, how do I know that? Because if I take this orange pop ruler, which is a 6.5 by 8.5.
Okay.
And that's what they're telling me I need.
That's the inside measurements?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's the size they're telling me to cut. If I take that and I put that right on that outside line right there, it is exactly the size that I need to cut that.
Okay. The green flower, it's in your embellishment kit.
This green flower is in your embellishment
And it's
kit, right?
already made.
It's all made and everything. All I did was tack it down on there.
You tacked it with some thread?
Yep, I just took a needle and thread and looped it a couple of times and put a knot in the back side and it's done.
I wouldn't advise gluing it.
I would not either. No, I would definitely tack it
You can go
on.
this much work, yeah.
Yeah, definitely just hand stitch it down there. Okay, so what I would do, again, because this is all the way done, in your mind it is, right?
Make believe.
Yes, it's all the way done. I'm gonna put my orange pop ruler on there and I'm gonna cut it out. Now, because of the bulk, and this has not got a lot of bulk in it, but it all,
You try to put a ruler.
but you try to put a ruler on there to make it flat. Sometimes
slip.
it's not real straight, and so I prefer to use the orange pop rulers. If you don't have them, you don't have to have them to complete the project. No, so you could just take this.
Most all of her blocks are the clear blue tiles.
The orange pop ruler.
Orange pop ruler sizes.
Yes, she does. She makes all of them so that they work for the orange pop rulers.
Because there's rectangles and squares.
That's correct.
Okay.
So that's how I would trim that. Again, it would be out of the hoop, and I'd put my orange pop ruler on there, and I would trim around that like that.
That line, I can see that the batting is 1/4 of an inch in.
Yeah, that is.
Because that's where your seam line will be.
So when you stitch this block together with the sashings, because again, there's going to be sashings around all of these, that is going to be your seam line right there.
And because you moved your flowers down, it will be right there at the seam line.
They're not going to be floating.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So glad yours aren't.
Like I said, plant grass.
I am going to plant grass.
Exactly. So that basically is the demo for today. I don't know of anything else that I could try to tell you, because basically all it's going to be doing now is finish the stitching. It's going to do the one little applique for this flower.
And that
which
one
is
you really have to trim because
yes,
it has the
because
starburst, whatever.
It has this, what it's called, I can't remember. Anyway, it has this other stitch around it. It's not a satin stitch like this one is. It has a different stitch. So I would definitely make sure you get that one trimmed well. And also I would make sure that you use the pink thread when you do your tack down.
Oh, good idea, yeah.
Because
it will show.
you don't want it to show through.
Yeah, the satin stitch didn't matter so much because you cover that.
Because again, Kimberbell's instructions are amazing, because when it tells you right here to do this little block right here has stripes through it.
Okay.
That means your thread's not going to show.
Okay, so how will I know that that's what that represents? Does it tell me at the beginning of the instructions?
Because at the beginning of the instructions, there's a log. What do they call those? A log of some, I can't remember right.
I can't even think of the name.
I can't think of the name of it right now. That's what happens when you get old. Sorry. Is they give you a little thing that tells you that that's what that one stands for. So it's really nice to have that. Then it also tells you that that is a yellow thread, because it's the yellow with the diamond in it. That's yellow, and then the white with the line through it is cream colored. So candle wicking. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Betty Jo. That's a legend.
Yep.
Thank you, you guys. You guys are on it.
Phew.
Thanks.
Can I tell you how long it took me to realize that it told me what colors I was supposed to be using?
Oh.
I did not
You
read
don't- now-
all the instructions.
Now, wait a minute, Kyle.
Oh,
Does this
okay.
mean that this says
It's the law.
you have to use pink?
Oh, that's just their
this one's right
suggestion.
here? Okay, thank you.
Suggestion.
Yeah, you don't have to use, if you're using other fabrics, you don't have to use these colors. This is just the ones that they recommend to go along with their
What
fabrics.
they've used.
With
Yep.
their fabrics that they've used. But even still, there's a lot of them that have that color, and I don't use that color. I use a different one because I want it to pop a little bit more.
Okay.
So, yeah, when I'm doing my own projects at home,
You get creative.
I try to do a little bit different so that it's
yours.
It's mine. That's right. Anyway, back to this. So then I'm going to trim that. Now, if I don't have orange
Tell me the
pop
cool thing about the pop rulers. The corners.
Oh, the corners. What these little corners are for? They're awesome. That's so that your rotary blade will fit in there, and
even
then
if you're using a large rotary blade.
Oh yeah, it fits right in there, and it cuts it right to the corner.
Nice. So you don't have the little corners that you have to fix.
That's right, right to that corner. So they were genius when they made these.
They were.
To have those little corners cut out like that are absolutely awesome.
And the cool thing is that you can take these measurements. You could cut out fabric with these measurements.
You bet you could.
So you get all kinds.
Yep. So say.
And your lines.
Your lines on there they're at a quarter of an inch in.
Grid,
so
yeah.
It's a grid on there. So these orange pop rulers are great. And if you don't have them, they are 15% off today with our Embroidery Club coupon. So Embroidery Club 15 is our coupon that you can use today. That is good until midnight tonight, and it's good on all embroidery products, Kimberbell and other stuff that's out there that's not just Kimberbell. On our website. So go to our website and use that on any of your embroidery products. If you need stabilizer, now is a great time to pick that up because 15% off is great. If you didn't buy the embellishment kit and say you wanted to put a pull flower on there, I believe we have pull flowers in the Kimberbell pop-up shop that you could use to finish out your project with a pull flower instead of the little felt flower. You could do the felt, and I know that in some of our events that we've had out there, they make these little flowers that you could put on this.
Take a tour through all the supplies.
Really cute. So yeah. So again, anything embroidery, 15% off today with the Embroidery Club 15 coupon code that you could use. We appreciate that. Kyle.
Yes?
Do you by any chance know what next month's block is going to look like?
Maybe.
I've
also looked at my embellishment kit.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw what's in there.
You see what's in there. That kind of might give you a little bit of an idea.
We can't say.
I'm not going to tell you, but I can give you a little hint.
Okay, good. What is it?
It has something to do with your flowers in bloom.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
I feel special.
Yeah. Just think of what we've done in the past.
What would you like on your quilt to do a flower garden?
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd like it.
I think it'll be great.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. So again, we'll be doing this on the first Tuesday of the month. Your design comes into your library on April 1st.
Yeah, we're in March.
Yeah.
That'll be April. Oh my goodness.
I know. It's spring.
Yay!
Spring's going to be here in the end of the month.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're supposed to get snow today, but that's
still
okay.
Spring here.
Oh, let's see. Cammie's saying butterflies and bees.
Oh, good.
Elaine's saying bees.
I haven't peeked, who?
Well, you can't peek because you guys can't see it.
So they don't get it until April 1st. So these people that have them done by tonight did it all today?
Well, today or over the weekend.
Oh yeah, today's the 4th.
Because March 1st was on Saturday.
Okay, no wonder I've seen some.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
So
fun.
Yeah,
you can put on the embellishments as you go, but you don't have to.
No, you do not. You do not.
Just keep your embellishment little bag closed so you don't lose anything.
Right. It's so nice. That
I
little
love that.
embellishment back is
I'm going to use that for all kinds of stuff.
Fun. So fun. It's going to be great. So anyway, we'd love to have you join us again. And we'll see you in April, Kyle.
Oh,
I hope you're here with me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who
I don't know if
knows?
it'll be you or if it'll be Chris. We don't know. I'll be here.
I'll try and make her so she's busy.
Okay. Good idea. Oh, good idea.
Oh, she's always busy.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, that's fine. So thanks, ladies, for everything. And if you have any questions, please reach out. We follow this thread here for a while, and we'll answer any of the questions you have. Otherwise, we shall see you again. And thanks for joining us here at My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.